Sky White. I played keys that day.
My name is Freekbass, and I play the bass.
And I'm Rico, and I play the drums.
So I'm Freekbass, they are the Bump Assembly, along with a couple other people that aren't here today.
Are you ready for the Bump Show?
Rico and I have been playing together for a few years now. Rico was touring with George Clinton for a long time. I'll let him tell you about that, but he was sitting on a show with Mr. Bernie Worrell. A few years back, the drummer that was touring with me at the time had an untimely and accidental death, actually, and I gave Rico a call and said, hey, you want to go out and do some gigs? So we've been gigging together for about 3 years now. About 3 years. Yeah, going on 4 years. The keyboard part of Freekbass and the Bump Assembly is a big part of our sound, so it was kind of like a tough thing to figure out. And then Sky plays in a group also called Foxy Shazam. They toured all over the place like we did, and he was from Cincinnati, and we connected, and yeah, it's been great. He's an amazing keyboard player. Funk is a very regional sound, like, you know, Cincinnati and Ohio has its kind of funk sound. You know, you got Ohio players, Zap, obviously James Brown started there back in the 1960s with King Records. Minneapolis has its funk sound, New Orleans has its funk sound, obviously Denver's obviously has its kind of funk sound. I think because we're not East Coast or West Coast, and that we always kind of had to yell a little bit louder to get people to pay attention to us. Like if you listen to like Zap, for instance, you know, more bounce to the ounce and stuff like that, or the Ohio players, like everything, like when they're talking about playing on the one, everything is like boom on the one, like really, it's almost kind of like being the kid in the back of the class, like, you know, remember me, like it's so crazy in your face.
I think where it comes down to, as far as, I think it's different groove elements. It's more percussive, I would say, in the Ohio region of the funk. I would say it's just more percussive.
Ohio, we almost have to entertain ourselves because there's not as much visual things and so much arts and culture happening as, say, as like New York City or Los Angeles. You know, it's like, okay, well, what can we do to make this entertaining, whether it be musically or visually or whatever. I think we're doing something really unique. We're really like, with all the funk history that all of us have, for all the legendary funk people that we've been lucky to work with, Rico with Parliament Funkadelic and George Clinton, and myself with Bootsy Collins, and Sky with all the touring experience that he's had with Foxy Shazam, is that we're able to bring that and make it into like funk for the future. I've been using this hashtag this whole year called Funk Forward, and it's like moving the funk to the next, you know, it used to be a few years ago when you played funk, it's like, oh cool, you're kind of doing that stuff they used to do in the 70s and 80s. It's like now funk is universal and it's timeless, and so we're trying to, as much as we can in our own kind of Ohio version of the funk, kind of push it forward to a new place. The short time we've been here, it's very unique. Working at Color Red felt very alive. It's like, wow, that's like how we sound.
It just sounds like us.
It just sounds like sounds. When you come see us, that's what sounds like us, and it's really exciting.
We're just putting the songs together for this right now. We wanted the excitement of like creating something in-house and just like seeing where that goes.
Creating that energy and that excitement from live. This is one of the first times I've been in a recording situation where I feel like that's getting translated to tape. It's not too pretty, just real nasty and dirty and funky the way it should. Like some of the bass tones and the drum tones we're getting and the keyboard stuff we're getting, it's feeling...
Just as soon as we set up and played, and then listen back, it just sounded like we set up and played, and it sounded good.
Right. There's no cut and paste world. It's live and it's real. I think the honesty that we're hearing so far, I think maybe that's the best word for it. It feels honest.
Eddie presses record and tells us to play. That's how it was done back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, now you're getting the heart and soul of what each musician is putting into the recording, versus you're getting a computer style, everything's looped, this and that, what have you, so you don't feel that in the music. Here, I get that, okay, we're going to go back old school, this is how we're going to do it, we're going to press record, you guys play. That's what I love about it.